Hello, my terrific Taurus, and welcome to your moon reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't had a chance, check out your other readings on my channel. If you do enjoy this, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. I will be putting up abundance, wealth, finance type readings soon, and you don't want to miss those. We all want to know what our money's going to do. But this is an awesome moon month. We have a lunar eclipse very near Halloween, and today's Friday the 13th, so all of the crazies might be out, and we know how the lunar shifts can make that even more so. So let's see what we got going on for you, shall we? All right, this is a 7-card moon circle for my lovely Taurus, and let's get at it, shall we? The first position is what you're currently facing now, or what position you're in. The second position is what led you to that. Third position is indicative of what kind of has kept you in this position, so like a challenge type card in traditional tarot. Fourth card is your ultimate outcome, okay, should you choose to follow the 5th, 6th, and 7th cards. And we will certainly go through these more in depth to kind of get you some answers if you're having some questions, concerns, things like that. So right now I feel like you are either or, okay? With this, you could either be hyper focusing on something and that's causing you major issues because you're so focused on it, you cannot focus on anything else, or you're just really unable to focus. Either way, they kind of come down to the same thing. I feel like for whatever reason, you are having trouble focusing on big picture items, okay? Or the whole scope, okay? So whether it is because you're so hyper focused on one thing that you can't focus on the rest, that kind of can't see the forest for the trees situation, you're so focused on what's in front of you that you can't see the big picture, or whether it's just in general, you're so, overwhelmed, overworked, spread thin, whatever it may be, that you just cannot get your focus together, okay, to really accomplish what you want. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you are just really having focus issues right now. So if you're feeling like, why can't I get it together? Why is everything, I'm dropping the ball left and right. Why can't I get anything to, really fall into place? I feel like I'm, running 90 miles an hour, but I'm not getting anything done. I'm spinning my wheels, that kind of thing. If that's where you are, I feel like this is what's happening. So what got you there is purity, okay? And you're like, how does being pure get me there? Well, I think the thing here is, for many of you, is that you have taken a stance on something, okay, a moral high ground, if you will, or a something where you've kind of taken a stance where you feel you've done what's right, or you've said what's right, or you're trying to stand firm on an issue, for principles, right? And I feel like what that's caused is maybe some friction, right? Or it's caused things to be harder because, a lot of times doing the right thing is definitely not the easiest thing, okay? And so you may know very well what I'm talking about when I say this. This may be something that hits home specifically for you at work, or if this resonates for you at home, right? Or at school, or at, whatever it is for you. You may say, okay, maybe I said something at work about I didn't like the way certain things were being done. I didn't think they were being done properly or appropriately or correctly, or, however that is. And it's really kind of bit you, and that's caused things to be a lot harder for you. So it's made everything so much harder for you at work that's made that the center of your focus so much that you can't focus on anything else, right? You don't have time, effort, or energy to focus on the rest of your life because you're constantly getting beat down, taking hits at work, that kind of thing, right? And for others of you, this may be the same thing at home, right? It may be something where you've taken a stance at home, you've stood your ground, you've kind of made a moral stand on something with your family, with your kids, with your significant other, something of that nature. And maybe you've had to, to the point of even leave, your significant other because there was a moral issue or dilemma, or, some type of, it could be infidelity situations, those types of things. And it's really, really caused your life to be out of balance, really out of focus, out of balance. I mean, when things like that happen, when anything like that happens, when any friction like that, any changes like that, they really rock your focus, right? Obviously, okay? And what's keeping you here is the unexpected. And I think a lot of this is because, again, maybe you didn't expect the kind of backlash you got, right? Maybe you felt like, I'm just saying what's right. I'm just doing what's right. I didn't think that this was going to be this way. A lot of it too could be something that because, you found something out that was unexpected and you're just now trying to deal with the severity of the immorality of it. Okay. Again, could be something you're finding out that your business partner was doing, your coworkers were doing, your significant other was doing, your family members were doing that you just really don't approve of, but it was unexpected to you. You're still kind of in a shock situation, right? So your focus is blown, right? When that happens, that is totally ruining your focus on anything, right? It's changing your whole mindset. You can't really get back on track and have a normal day when you're like, everything is, questioned. I'm questioning the very, my existence, my family's existence, my work's existence, whatever it may be, or somebody's moral, high ground that you never questioned before. That's major, right? But how do you, what's your ultimate outcome? And it's going to be faith. Okay. So I think this card is that it's going to be faith, that you're going to have faith restored. Okay. Now I don't necessarily believe, I'm not feeling that you're going to have faith restored in certain people. I'm going to be honest with you on that. The feeling here is not that the people that you may have moral issues with or maybe having some strife with right now, I don't necessarily feel like your faith is going to be restored in them specifically. It could be. Maybe you have a feeling about somebody or you've heard something about somebody and it's simply not true. You find that out eventually. Your faith is restored. All of that, that's great. Okay. And you get your focus back because of that. But for most of you, that is not what I'm feeling. What I'm feeling here is that your faith is restored in humanity in general, that everybody is not like that person or those people, and that you have faith in yourself to know what's right and what's wrong and to make a stand on it. Okay. So I think this is more a personal victory for you. Okay. And I think that's definitely going to be a positive outcome for you. Now, how do you get there? That's the question, right? Well, first is the void. And the void in this deck is about going into your private space here where you feel safe and calm and comfortable. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's someone laying down in a comfortable, safe place to think, okay, to decide, to plan, to figure out what is their best methods, okay, to come out and be better, stronger, faster, all of those things you need to do, right? And that's exactly what you're going to need to do because this has hit you like a bombshell. Whatever this is has hit you, right? It has rocked your focus. It's rocked your belief in somebody or something. It's been kind of a shock. It's been unexpected shock. It's dealing with something that is morally reprehensible to you, I think, in some regards, or maybe even you've done something morally reprehensible that's caused the problem. And, it's really rocked your focus because you've realized, I can't believe I did this. Or I can't believe I got caught, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've all made a mistake. So if that's the case, don't feel like it's horrible. There are ways to fix this. But like I said, I do feel like this has been a shocking moral type of situation that is completely blowing focus, unexpected happenings, right? So you're going to have to think this through deeply. How do I, if you were behind it, make amends? But if not, which I feel like is the majority of you, I feel like this is something where you are taking the high ground and, you're going to have to figure out how's the best way to get out of it safely, securely, and with class, right? With grace. Okay. So when you come out, protection, right? Because anytime that you're calling somebody out, and this may be what's happening here, you want to make sure that you're protected, right? People do not like to be called out. So you might have a coworker and they may threaten you. Okay. Hey, there could be blackmail issues. There could be people who are calling you, I'm going to turn you in and say you did this or that or whatever. I'm going to implicate you in certain things, a coworker, a partner in business, whatever. If this is a significant other, if this is a friend that you wants to turn on you, I'm going to tell a secret that I know about you, whatever, protect yourself. This is all part of this, weighing out of all the ways to handle it the best you can, because you need to make sure you're protected, right? Because people, when you start calling people out, they will turn ugly, especially when they know they're in the wrong, right? Those are the people that want to turn ugly the quickest. They do not like to be, they don't like to have They feel bad enough for doing what's wrong, even if they don't know it. And it's their natural reaction is to try to transfer blame to somebody else, right? So who's going to be their target? The person who turned them in, the person who called them out, the person who pointed out their faults, their flaws, their whatever, right? So be protected, be careful, and protect yourself. And all of this, again, is part of what you need to think about, all the angles, the best way to handle it, okay? And then if they do come for you, resistance, right? You need to resist, okay? You need to resist any of their shenanigans, right? But mainly here is resisting involvement in the drama, okay? Because they are going to want to suck you in. These people are going to want to suck you in, okay? And if it's somebody who's done you wrong, they may want to suck you back into their world, and you don't want any part of that. And if it's somebody that you're calling out, they may want to suck you in to a way that they can blame you. Resist that. Make sure you've protected yourself in a way that you have full resistance against anything that they could throw at you. And make sure that you resist any claim that they have to try to suck you back into, okay? Because it's similar to, in a typical tarot reading, the devil card, right? The devil can take many forms, right? They can come and they can say, be sweet as pie, try to win you back, be sweet as pie to get what they want. Or they can be super nasty, right? So be prepared to resist whichever form they take, okay? Because you never know what they might do. But this is definitely somebody who I feel like has, you've had to question their morals, their actual belief, and I think it's really rocked you, because this is not somebody you expected to have to ever question that, okay? So I do think you need to kind of make sure that you're protecting yourself, resist against all of this, because really and truly, this is somebody that I think has really blindsided you, honestly, okay? But I do believe that once you are, out of this situation, okay, once you have severed this situation, you are going to feel like you have much more faith in yourself, okay? You're going to realize that you are stronger than you think. You were able to protect yourself. You were able to come out of this on top. You were able to resist anything they could throw at you, whether it was to suck you back in or whether it was to throw you under the bus. You could resist it, right? So you're going to have so much more faith in yourself as a person, more strength. And this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing for you, because I do think for a lot of you, that's one thing that you may lack a little bit, is that a lot of times you are somebody who likes to go with the flow. You don't necessarily want to be, that super leader, because you don't necessarily have the faith or, the I don't want to say your low self-esteem like that, but maybe people have just kind of made you believe over a certain amount of time that, you're not able for, controlling everything and running the show and doing everything you want to do all the time. And you very much can. And I think that you'll have faith in yourself to know that at that point, that you didn't need these kind of people around you at all. And that is going to restore your focus too, okay? And it's going to make it better, stronger, and sharper than ever, because you aren't going to be surrounded by the people that are leading you astray down bad roads. You're going to be able to focus on the right way to do things, the best way to do things, and you're going to have the faith in yourself to get it done in the most moral, most positive way possible. So I hope this does resonate with you. If it does, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.